Hello everyone, it's Dr. Vasquez, your doctor in criminal justice, bringing you another video on criminal justice topics. I have a story coming out of Chicago where a man killed his wife and daughter 2 weeks after a protective order was issued. The individual in question is Jose Alvarez, 67 years old, lived in Chicago 50 years, never had any criminal history, and took his anger out on his wife, daughter, and son. The victims were Karina Gonzalez, 48 years old, Daniela Alvarez, 15 years old, Jesus Emmanuel Alvarez, 18 years old. So this is how the story goes. June 20, 2023, they are fed up and they leave the house. They go to a friend's house, a relative's house. They end up getting this protective order the day right after. June 26th, they decide to go back to the household only on the condition that Jose would obtain some type of help, right? So we fast forward to July 2nd, which is Sunday, going to July 3rd, Monday night, on or around midnight. So they start to argue. Jose accuses his wife, Karina, of still cheating on him. He starts to make some threats. The son keeps telling his father, "You need to stop making them threats. I'm going to call 911. As the son walks towards his room, the father goes into the room under the pillow and grabs his Glock 17 handgun. He proceeds to shoot the mother 8 times. He shoots his daughter twice, and he shoots his son once. The mother is shot all over. The mother is shot on the forehead. She's shot on the face. She's shot on her arms. She's shot in her hands. The daughter is shot throughout her body. The son is hit in his ankle. After this shootout, after Jose is done shooting, the son is able to escape and contact the authorities. That was the only way he was able to make it out alive. Karina is pronounced deceased at the scene, and Daniela succumbs to her injuries at the hospital. Stay tuned for what comes next.
Mother got an order of protection against her husband nearly 2 weeks before that deadly shooting, but it was never served to him. People who knew the mother say she had been trying to get away from her husband since June, even moving out of the home they shared in a little village, a home that turned into a crime scene. Times like these didn't happen often for Karina Gonzalez. Being at peace, singing with her 15-year-old daughter, Daniela Alvarez. This video was recorded just one day before the two were shot and killed. Loved ones gathering with heavy hearts outside the family's little village apartment where police say Jose Alvarez shot and killed his wife and daughter and wounded his son before being arrested on scene.
There's such a stigma behind domestic violence that you almost feel ashamed to say I'm going to go back, or I might go back, or I don't know what I'm walking into when I get home, which I think was the situation here.
The shooting happened just after midnight Monday, nearly 2 weeks after prosecutors say Gonzalez obtained an order of protection against her husband that was never served to him. Prosecutors say Alvarez had a history of alcohol problems and was verbally abusive to his wife for years. They say the morning of the deadly shooting, he accused his wife of cheating.
All right, everybody, welcome back. As always, I have 3 questions, 3 concerns, 3 things that I want to discuss with you. Please place your comments below. The first question for you is, how much blame do you place on the courts? Let me know. So for me, I'm going to put a lot of blame. They had this protective order. The lady left the house. She left the house June 26th. They was already reason to cause, reason to pause. And that's why they don't just get protective orders for no reason. Jose had a history of being abusive. Jose had a history with alcohol. Jose had a history with mental health issues. So there was a reason why everybody was raising the flag or sounding the alarm. So I place a great responsibility on the shoulders of that court system. They should have helped this family out. They should have helped out Karina. They should have helped out Daniela. They should have helped out Jesus. And this just gives you another example on how the criminal justice system has let a family down. All right, my second question to you is, was this a mental health issue? The attorney for Jose saying that he suffers from mental health issues and that he has been on the waiting list since September to obtain help. For me, I'm going to say no. Obviously, I'm not a counselor, psychiatrist, psychologist, but for me, it seemed that the individual had problems with alcohol, which I believe that is different than having mental health issues, right? You choose to consume alcohol, you choose to act a fool, and then you make these stupid decisions that ended up with the loss of life for your wife and for your daughter. My man, you hold all responsibility, and I don't think you can play the mental health card. And my last question for you is, why do you believe it's so hard for people to leave a domestic violence situation? I got a couple of theories. I think that maybe Karina felt alone. Maybe she felt she wasn't going to be able to make it. She went to the courts. They didn't even issue the protective order that was in place. How am I going to survive? I got 2 children. Maybe Jose was the breadwinner. It said that he was already receiving Social Security. So they had a quality of life. They had a routine to follow. And she probably just felt like she wasn't going to make. That's what I think. All right, everybody, it's time for the shameless plug. If you like criminal justice, if you like criminology, if you like gathering information, these stories, Dr. Vasquez dissecting them for you, asking you questions, this is the platform, community, and society for you. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on Threads. We are on SoundCloud. We are on Patreon. If you go to Patreon and you subscribe, you get this material before everybody else. We've been doing this for over 3 years. We got over 300 videos. I'm pretty sure you can find a video that you will enjoy. All right, everybody, that's your video for tonight. Thank you so much.